Hi, I'm Ian Wright and you're watching Football Stats Online.
So who is better? Well, as close as this one is, almost like Siamese twins. I cannot pull this apart, but I have to. And as close as this one is, I have to go with
1, 2, 3.
Yes, welcome back to another episode of Versus here on Football Stats Online. And yes, you saw right, it's Torreira versus it's Torreira versus Kante. Who is better? Torreira, who came on last week against City, looked excellent. He looked really good. I thought they should have started with him. But is he better than the man who can run around the earth in less than 15 seconds? The man who runs for days and 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 days. The man who runs for ages. Kante. Is Torreira better than Kante? Well, let's find out. Yes, as we do here on Football Stats Online, we look at 3 components to judge success. And the way we judge success here is by looking at the defensive contribution, midfield contribution, and attacking contribution. Both these players are midfielders, so therefore the midfield contribution will have a greater weighting than the defense and attacking. So even if a player is better in the defense and attacking, if the other player is way better in midfield, he could possibly win. So without further ado, let's look into the stats. So firstly, we're going to look at their attacking contribution. Which one of these players offers more in terms of an attacking sense? Well, when we look at the statistics, we can see that both players have played a similar amount of games, very close, with Torreira at 68 and Kante at 69. However, when we look at the dribbles, Kante has dribbled more than Torreira and has a better shot accuracy. However, Torreira has scored more goals. And when we look into the averages, we can see that while Kante has more in terms of successful dribbles per game, Torreira slightly edges it on successful shots per game and has, of course, a better goals per game ratio. So I have to give it to Torreira here. You know, he's got 4 goals, a better ratio, a better game to goal ratio, and slightly takes it on the shots. So round 1 goes to Torreira. So next up is defensive contribution. Which one gives more to the team defensively? Well, when we look at the statistics, we can see Kante has won far more tackles and more interceptions, with Torreira having lost less tackles. It could be that Kante is a bit more aggressive, hence why he's lost more tackles. And then when we go into the averages, well, it's an easy one here with Kante winning on tackles per game and interceptions per game. This was an easy one for Kante, and Kante takes round 2 in terms of his defensive contribution to the team. So it's the final round, midfield contribution. Both players specialist positions. But who is better in this position? Well, let's find out. So when we look at the midfield stats, we can see while Kante has more successful passes and assists, Torreira dominates in terms of his forward passing, his chances created, and his key passes. And when we look into the averages, we can see that Kante maintains his successful pass ratio and his assist per game ratio, with Torreira maintaining his forward pass per game ratio, chances created per game, and key passes created per game. Now I've given this round to Torreira because his averages are so much higher in terms of his total forward passes, his chances created, and his key passes, with Kante's successful passes and assists being slightly better. So round 3 goes to Torreira. So it's 2-1. From the stats we've seen, we can see Torreira was the better player in terms of his attacking and midfield contribution, while Kante dominated defensively. So who is better? Well, as close as this one is, almost like Siamese twins, I cannot pull this apart, but I have to. And as close as this one is, I have to go with Torreira. Torreira just won in terms of that midfield battle. It was very close again. One caveat, I know people are screaming at their laptop screens, screaming at the TV. Yes, this is Torreira based in the Serie A and not the Premier League. No offense to the Serie A, but the Premier League is a completely different ball game. Not saying it's better, not saying it's worse. I think it's better, but just different leagues. So this was just more kind of a comparison. Different leagues. I'd love to do this again when Torreira's had a full season in the Premier League and compare those two together. So yes, Torreira wins with a little asterisk because he hasn't played properly in the Premier League yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it as always. What did you think? Did you think Torreira is the better player? I'd love to hear Arsenal and Chelsea fans reviews. If you like the channel, have a look at other videos, and if you like the videos, please do comment, subscribe and like. Press that thumbs up button. I appreciate everything you guys do. Appreciate watching the videos as well. And as always, peace to you. Hey, yo, Kante, what do you think of the result? Please don't run to my house.